Get into the out there. The Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 77 degrees under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, mainly cloudy, a few peaks of sunshine possible. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 82. Tonight, rain, low 69. Chance of rain 70%. Locally heavy rainfall possible. Tuesday, showers and thunderstorms. High 78. Chance of rain 80%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Today likely to be the hottest day in Seattle's recorded history, and this record high, if the forecast pans out, will be tough to beat. What some people are doing to keep cool in this extreme, coming up.
And we're really talking about the heat as we get into summertime, but let's talk about the severe weather from this spring. It was less severe, but it came with major consequences. Here's meteorologist Carl Parker with this month's Examination Earth report.
May is typically the peak of severe weather season, but this past May was anything but. There were only 3 days with an above average number of severe reports, and there were no strong tornadoes rated EF3 or higher for the first time on record. The pattern that muted severe season also worsened the drought in the West, and drought emergencies were declared in California and Oregon. Fuel moisture was at record low levels in California in May, and there is grave concern about the wildfire danger ahead. 3,000 miles east in the Atlantic Ocean, Tropical Storm Anna formed on the 22nd, making it the 7th consecutive year that a tropical storm formed before the start of hurricane season. Globally, May was the 6th warmest on record, while Asia had its 2nd warmest May. Though 2021 is not on pace to be among the very warmest years on record, it will likely be among the top 10.
Well, parts of the southeast in for a stormy time thanks to Tropical Depression 4. Yeah, that's right. We got a tropical depression off the coast of South Carolina. You're looking at a couple of different vantage points from what's been a very wet day here in Savannah. Temperatures only in the 70s because of all the rain we've had, and more showers, even some thunderstorms expected. Charleston, you're under a tropical storm warning, and this may be a spot that will see some stronger winds in the next few hours. We are watching developing thunderstorms here near the center of what is Tropical Depression 4. So will it become a tropical storm? There is that potential. If it does get a name, it would be Danny. So don't be surprised if you see Tropical Storm Danny. Note that that is because that is coming into South Carolina. We also got Hurricane Enrique, and Colleen's going to talk about this and what it means for moisture sources into the desert Southwest. Also, Invest 95L, not super healthy right now, but the odds are increasing for that to develop too. All right, so here we go. When you take a look at the latest radar scans, there have been some heavier thunderstorms that have popped up here not too far away from the South Carolina coast. In those embedded storms are where we have the greatest risk of seeing those maybe 40+ mile per hour wind gusts. Generally, though, near the core, you're not going to have a widespread wind field of tropical storm force winds. It's just a too weak of a system. Not to say it doesn't get a name. There is that potential, and because of that, tropical storm warnings are up around the Charleston, South Carolina metro area. Pretty small overall. Here is the path that this moisture will be taken. Again, I say moisture because the moisture is going to be headed this way. It's not going to become a tropical event beyond that. Okay, here farther out in the Atlantic, we've got now a 40% chance of seeing something develop here from this Invest area called 95L. Again, it's pretty far out in the Atlantic. We've got plenty of time to watch this. Over the next 5 days, this begins to approach parts of the Caribbean Sea. So we'll see the Lesser Antilles, Puerto Rico, Mexico. Maybe an enhanced increase of thunderstorms, not only in the afternoon, but maybe overnight and in the morning. Water temperatures, it's heading into an area that is a little bit warmer from where it currently is. So you'll see those temperatures climb up into the 80s. So there certainly is that aiding in the favorability for that to develop. But we've also got a lot of atmospheric conditions. Notice how dry it is, almost cloud-free over parts of the Atlantic. So Colleen, there's a lot of dry air this system would have to battle, and also strong shear. So it's not just warm water. You got to have all of these ingredients. Still, nonetheless, there is that potential for some weak development.
Yes, and a lot of factors contribute to that, so we'll keep our eyes on that. Also keeping our eyes on the Eastern Pacific, because we had our first hurricane. Hurricane Enrique, and of course it was causing some life-threatening flash flooding and mudslides. This is across the southwestern coast of Mexico. Tropical storm force winds along with that are going to be whipping through today, and the severe weather also continuing through tomorrow. So quite the scene there for the southwestern coast of Mexico. So here's Enrique. It's there in the eastern pack, 80-mile-per-hour winds, Cat 1 hurricane. It's going to be weakening as it rolls across the Baja Peninsula toward Cabo, but again, still a lot going on for Mexico as well as for the Baja Peninsula. Now, one thing to note, when we get these hurricanes or any kind of tropical developments there for the Eastern Pacific, we're watching also the moisture, because when these remnants kind of fall apart over land and start to make their way north, they can also help with our rainfall for parts of the desert Southwest. We're also getting closer to monsoon season as well. So we have two things that hopefully are going to put a bit of a dent in the drought for this. It's going to take a while, but every little bit helps here. And as I show you what's happening with our precipitable water, this is the amount of water that is available in the atmosphere. You can see there's a lot as the remnants of Hurricane Enrique start to roll up into parts of Arizona as well as New Mexico.